Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith, and today I just want to have another personal conversation. It's been a few months since I've done a video like this, but sometimes I just want to talk to you guys like one-on-one, like I'm talking to friends or I'm talking to family. And today I want to talk about how I made $29,059.27, which sounds like a random number, but maybe I'll put something on the screen so I can show you. I'll redact some information, but I'm saying that for a reason, because I want to be real for a minute. The main reason why I feel like most people stay broke, and you've probably noticed I dropped several videos talking about this, and it's because it's a really big problem. But most people most people I know, they are broke because of how they use their money. Most people trade time for a paycheck, and then they spend that paycheck on things that don't bring them any money back. And then that cycle just keeps repeating over and over again. And that's why it feels like you're never actually getting anywhere at all. And the problem is, if you only know one way of getting money, and that's trading hours for dollars, you are always going to feel limited. So I want to show you a new way of looking at this and a new perspective, because as much as most people hate it, your mindset really is the biggest reason why you succeed or why you fail. And I just want to make it simple, because that's my goal whenever I make a video. I try to take anything that feels complex and I try to make it feel easy and simple for anyone to understand. And this is going to sound crazy, but it was actually easier for me to make that $29,000, or let's just call it $30,000. Let's use a round number. It was simpler for me to make $30,000 in a month than it would be to make $30,000 in a year at a traditional 9-to-5 job. Again, I know that sounds crazy, but let's talk about it. Let's say that you land a good job, or whatever most people would consider to be a good job. You're making, let's say, $50 an hour, because I'm pretty sure if you told someone that you're making that, they would say, wow, that's a great salary. And you work an 8-hour shift, that would be around $400 a day. Now, if you multiply that times 5, because that's how many days you're going to work in a week, that's $2,000. Now, if you do that for 4 weeks, you're making $8,000 a month, which for anyone watching this video right now, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's decent. I would love to make $8,000 a month, right? But now let's bring it down to reality. After taxes, you might be left with about $6,000, maybe $6,400. So that means 160 hours of your life in a month equals to a little over $6,000. Or if you want to break it down even further, maybe $37. I do a lot of mental math, but like around $37, $38 an hour. That's basically what an hour of your life would equate to. And even if you work overtime, there are only so many hours you could put in before you max out. No matter how hard you grind, no matter how hard you work, those hours aren't going to get you anywhere near $30,000 in a month. It does not matter. So the reason I'm saying all of this is because I would like you to now flip that perspective. What if instead of working 160 hours for a paycheck, you use those same hours to find just 3 people? And this is, again, gonna sound crazy, but stick with me, because it only sounds crazy until you actually do it. If you find 3 people who are willing to pay you $10,000 each for a skill set that you can provide, something valuable enough to be worth $10,000 to those 3 people. Listen to me. There are over 8 billion some odd people on this planet right now. I just looked that up like yesterday. So I can guarantee, statistically speaking, you can find 3 people that would pay you $10,000. The real question isn't whether or not you can find 3 people to do this. The real question is, what do you offer? What skills do you provide? What services could you do to someone or to give them to be worth $10,000? That's the only thing you have to figure out, because to your job, you're worth $50 an hour. But to someone else, you might be worth so much more. Even if you took 3 months to find those 3 people, just $10,000 per month from one person, you'd still make more than you would at your job in that same period of time. So what I'm really trying to say is, you not believing in yourself is costing you money right now. Of course, no one's just gonna hand you $10,000. You have to do something or provide enough value to warrant that price. Now, for those of you who are pessimistic, in a negative state of mind, have an excuse for everything, I never said this was going to be easy. I said it was going to be simpler, because mathematically it is simpler to make $30,000 in a month from 3 people as opposed to making it per hour based on the job that I just gave you. And that's a great job, right? We all agree $50 an hour is pretty good. What I'm trying to say is the principle is the same if you break it down. Math is easy. It's very easy to figure that out. And the one great thing I love about math is it's also flexible. It doesn't have to just be 3 people at $10,000. Let's break it to 6 people. What if 6 people paid you $5,000 each? Or 300 people paid you $100? 300 times 100 is still 30,000. Math doesn't change. The breakdown will always stay the same. You still are going to make $30,000. So ultimately, what I'm really trying to say is it all comes back to the same question. Who are you becoming? What skill sets are you building? What problems are you solving? That makes people want to hand you money in exchange for a solution, because as long as you stay in the mindset of trading hours for dollars, someone else gets to decide your worth and not you. And if we really just keep it a stack, it costs you more not to invest in yourself. Every day you spend doubting your value, you're missing opportunities that could pay you far more than any job ever could. So what really holds people back is not a lack of opportunity. It's distractions, it's wasted time, and it's the belief that you're not capable of doing more. And everyone says they want financial freedom, whatever that really means to everyone. It's different for everyone, but everyone is not willing to do or put in the work to develop the mindset and the skills that actually create this outcome. And please, I understand that there are so many economical factors, there are racial barriers, there are a lot of things that go on gender-wise. There are so many things that can stop you from doing something that you would like to do. But the thing is, if we only focused on those things that hold us back, we're going to miss the opportunities that are right in front of us. Because yes, even though the math is simple, everyone is not rich. Everyone can't always do these things. But everyone does have the ability to become the person who focuses, who grows, and who learns how to multiply their value. I truly believe that. Now, does it have to be to the tune of $30,000 a month? Not necessarily. It could be to 20 or 25. However, the more valuable that you become, the more solutions that you can offer, it's a natural progression. It's just going to happen. So look, man, if you really want to change your financial situation, you need to double down on developing yourself. Develop your skills, develop your mind, your discipline, because once you get that right, money starts to become a byproduct of the value that you're going to bring. And again, I can promise you that as someone who could honestly say that 2 years ago, I would have never thought that I would be doing as well as I'm doing right now. All I did was focus, do the same thing every day consistently, and I did not make any excuses. I just produced results. And from that, I can tell you it has been life-changing. And again, I know that some people are getting tired of all those videos that I had about changing your mindset, but you have to understand that there needs to be a shift. You have to stop thinking about money as the goal and start thinking about who you need to become. Because the truth is, you are the only thing that can actually make you wealthy. And I know some of this, it really might sound corny, because I remember listening to people on YouTube have these mindset conversations, and I personally thought they were stupid. But honest, man, everything starts in here. If you don't like what you're seeing right now, what you're seeing is your reality. Your reality starts here. If you don't like what you're seeing, change this, everything else in front of you will also change. I can promise you that. Your current thoughts created the current reality that you're looking at right now. And if you want a new reality, you need to start thinking in new ways. But you know, man, here's the bottom line. The belief you have in yourself and the effort that you put into developing new skills will always pay more than any hourly wage. I can promise you that. That's the reason I keep talking about AI tools. It's the reason I keep talking about business ideas. It's the reason why I keep trying to show you how to leverage credit, but before you leverage your credit, how to cash flow first, because everything that you do, investing in yourself, focusing your time, will make you $30,000 or more in a month, because it's not something that's impossible. I promise, it's just simple math. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I want to thank you for helping me reach 100,000 subscribers. Next stop, we'll see what happens, maybe 500,000, maybe to 1 million, but I appreciate that. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me up to this point, and you have a wonderful day.